Good morning, students. I am Falguni Patel, lecturer in Electrical Department, Government Polytechnic, Ahmedabad. Today we see the topic of microprocessor subject, schematic diagram of memory, chips, decoder, memory interface. Now we see the random access memory. In a random access memory, total we have m bits for input and we are getting a different AND words for a selection of storage of a bit. So we are start the words with word 0, 1, 2 and we are getting total n minus words for random access memory. This random access memory words here we are indicated with m number of bits and total number of words, and the size of RAM memory that we are indicated with n multiply with n. Total number of words we can find out by using 2 raised to m. Here the example is given that if the bits are 2, then number of words are 2 raised to 2 and we are getting n equal to 4. If bits n equal to 3, then the number of words are 2 raised to 3 that we are getting. Total number of words are 8. Now, we read the block diagram of read-write memory. Here a block diagram is given to you that size of memory is n multiply with m, where m is number of the bits, n is the number of words, that is 2 raised to m. Address bus and data bus is used here. Address bus is used for providing memory location to the instructions and data bus is used to transfer the data, which is bidirectional bus. Here we are seeing the two abbreviations MAR and MBR. MAR means memory address register and MBR means memory buffer register. That memory address register is used to provide the address and memory buffer register is used to store the data temporarily. To read data from RAM memory, microprocessor send address of memory location in address bus to memory address register. Now your read signal is active, which is active low through microprocessor. Next step is, if your read signal is ready, then it is read the data from memory address register. Now whatever the data are available in memory address register are copied to memory buffer register. Microprocessor read that data from memory buffer register by using data bus. To write data into RAM, microprocessor sends data into memory buffer register, address into memory address register. At the same time, it sends write signal to active memory for write operation. Then RAM will store the data stored into memory buffer register at the location whose address is given in memory address register. Communicate with RAM and ROM chip. To communicate with RAM and ROM chip, here the block diagram is given with of RAM memory and ROM memory. To communicate with memory, first step we are using. Select the chip using chip select pin, which is active low. Here it is indicated with CS bar. Second step, identify memory location using address bus. So here in a both diagram, address bus is used to send a memory location. Next is read from or write input the location using read and write, which is 15 locking. So here we are using read bar and write bar pin in RAM memory because it is used to read or write memory. And in root type memory, we are used only one phase. For a reading of data, it is read bar, which is 16. So here we are not using write bar signal because always it is for only reading purpose. Now our next term is decoder. Here the block diagram of decoder is given. Decoder is used to select memory location for data reading or writing purpose. It is also called many to one. Here n input data are given and 2 raised to n possible outputs will be there. 2 to 4-bit decoder. For 2 to 4-bit decoder, here two variables are given, A and B are inputs. D0, D1, D2 and D3 are 4 different outputs. 2 to 4-bit decoder circuit diagram. Here, by using AND gate and NOT gate, the circuit of 2 to 4-bit decoder is prepared. Here we are using two variables A and B. So there are 2 raised to 2 means 4 different inputs are possible. Which 4 inputs are possible? Here we are considering 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Now we are familiar with the operation of NOT gate and AND gate. As in the previous semester, we have studied that NOT gate, or we can say that it is inverted gate. So whatever input given, it is inverted in output. And here we are using a AND gate. In AND gate, there are more than 2 inputs are there and one output will be there. If all inputs are 1, then we are getting high output. That we are studying, and the same concept we are used to understand the concept of 2 to 4-bit decoder. First of all, we are considering A and B variable both are 0. If both are 0, then inverted NOT gate output is 1, 1, that we are indicated with red alphabet 1, 1. So for the first AND gate, we are getting input 1, 1. If both input are 1, then output of AND gate we are familiar that it is also 1, or we can say that it is high. So in a truth table we are write down that D0 is 1, D1, D2 and D3 are 0. How they are 0? That we are understand that. In a second AND gate, one input is 1, that is indicated with green 1 number, and another input, it is B, it is given directly, not inverted, so it is 0. If one of the input is 0, then output of AND gate we are studied that it is 0. So D1 is also 0. Same way, if we are say the third AND gate, then one input is high and another input is 0. So one of input is 0, it means your output of the third AND gate D2 equal to 0. Now we are considered the fourth AND gate. One input we are taken from variable A, which is indicated with a blue 0, and another input that we are taken from a input B, that is blue 0. Both input are 0, then AND gate gives us output 0. So here the first row of our truth table we are derived that if we are using input 0, 0, then only D0 is enabled, or we can say that D0 will be active high and another D1, D2 and D3 are active low. Same way, if we are changing the input A and B, if A is 0 and B is 1, we are getting that D1 is enabled or it is active high and another output D0, D2 and D3 are 0. Same way, if we are use 1, 0, then only D2 output is active high and other outputs are active low. If both input are high, then only D3 is active high. So we are getting a truth table in which you can say that we are getting a one diagonal form of high output of D0, D1, D2 and D3. This is for remembering purpose. It have not a technical concept. Now 3 to 8-bit decoder circuit. In 3 to 8-bit decoder circuit, we have 3 inputs X, Y, Z and we are getting 8 outputs F0, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7. Same as the 2 to 4-bit decoder circuit. Here we are using NOT gate and AND gate. So the same logical concept as we are discussed previously that we are used to understand 3 to 8-bit decoder. Here the truth table is also given. If we have a 3 input variables, then different 8 options of inputting are there that we are represent in our truth table with X, Y, Z variable with 8 options 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 and 1. So now let's use this circuit to understand the 3 to 8-bit decoder concept. Here we are using the first data of X, Y, Z variable. We are considering X is 0, Y is 0 and Z is also 0. And we are considering the first number of AND gate that we are indicated the inputs. That the inputs are given inverted to the AND gate. So it is 0 will become 1 that indicate with the rate 1. Y0 which become 1 that indicated with rate number 1. Z0 that indicated with rate number 1. All 3 inputs are 1. So AND gate gave us output 1. Now we are seeing the F1 output. In F1 output, one input is 1, second is 1 and third input is 0. As we are studied that any one of the input of AND gate will become 0, then output will become 0. Same way, for the same input F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 and F7, we are getting 0. That is indicated in a first row of our truth table. We are only enable the first output F0, or we can say that first output will become high and another output will become 0. If we are considering any another number, suppose we are consider the input 1, 0, 0, then your F4 pin will become enable, or we can say it is active high and another output will be become 0. So here also we are getting a diagonal format of active high signal. At a time only one pin is selected, or we can say that only one pin is enabled for memory selection. RAM chip with 3 to 8-bit decoder. Here it is given. Here we are using 32-8-bit decoder IC 74LS138. With 3 input A0, A1 and A2, we are getting different 8 outputs. And here we are using 3 pins E1, E2 and E3. Where E1 and E2 are active low pins that is used for a chip selection purpose, and E3 which is active high. Same way here also a 3 to 8-bit decoder is given with select read bar, write bar pins. Now let's see RAM organization. As we are studied, RAM means random access memory. Here we are given a circuit diagram, or we can say that we are preparing a logical diagram of RAM organization using SR flip-flop, AND gate and NOT gate. Here we are using the different 4 pins. First, S, that is known as the select pin to select the memory. I, input pin to input the data. W, write pin to write the data into memory. O means it is output pin. So the symbolical representation of this logical circuit is represented in another symbol that you can visualize, that S, I, W and O is your output. RAM organization with 2 to 4-bit decoder. Here 2 to 4-bit decoder is given, and you see that 2 to 4-bit decoder means we have a 2 inputs A0, A1. If we have a 2 inputs means you have a 4 outputs. What are the 4 output possible? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So for this different 4 output, any one of output is selected at a time. Here we are using a RAM organization chip symbol, select, input, write and output. In one row we are using 2 chips. So in one chip we can store only 1 bit instructions, because it is flip-flop, so it can store only 1 bit at a time. We want to understand this organization by giving one example. First of all, steps to write into memory location 0, 0. We want to write something into, we want to write data 1 as I1 and 1 as I2. This data we are inputted, and that data we want to write down into memory location 0, 0. So input A0 and A1 we are providing it is 0, 0. Your first output 0, 0 line is selected with the pin select as pin. So your first row 0 is selected for RAM operation. Other chips are not selected for any type of function. Decoded. Now your input data is available on I0 and I1, and here write bar signal is given to your processor. This write bar active low signal that is converted using NOT gate to high signal, and that high signal is provided with the line to the first row W, and we are getting the right signal on first 2 row RAM chip, that is written with 1, 1. If these are 1 and 1, we can say that our data 1, 1 which is available in I0 and I1, it is right into your RAM organization. So we can write down any data into any row of your decoder like this. Now in the same decoder, we want to read the data. So here I am using the blue numbers. Blue numbers means in output line 10, some data is there 0, 1 that we want to read in output. So for reading purpose, here input we are given A0 and A1, 10. So your 10 line of RAM chip is selected for a functioning. So S chip will select 10 output row with 2 numbers. At the same time, the read bar signal is active, which is active low. By using this NOT gate, it is high. And this high signal read bar, it is connected with AND gate to your blue number 0 IC output, and here both input are one input from your chip is 0 and read signal input 1. So you are getting output O1 is 0. Now we are seeing the O0. In O0, your read bar is already given high pin, so it is 1, and output the data stored in this pin is 1. So in O1 another number given, that is indicated with blue number 1, 1, 1. If both input are 1, we are getting output is also 1. This way we can read the data from RAM memory organization. Now we see how the ROM or memory organization is work. Here one diagram is given to us. With 3 to 8 bit decoder means we have 8 options or 8 outputs and 3 inputs. In 8 outputs we see that some diode pictures are given, and from that diode picture you are taken output Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. Here some table is given to you. For input 3 options, we are familiar that for 3 inputs there are 8 different inputs are possible that we are listed in a truth table. Now we want to find out the outputs Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. So for the first row, see that 0, 0, 0 in the output of 3 to 8 bit decoder. There is no any type of diode is connected in this row. So all outputs are 0. If we see 0, 0, 1 on output pin Y2, only one diode is connected. So only one pin Y2 will become high, and another pins Y0, Y1 and Y3 will become 0. Same way, if we consider that 1, 0, 0 output of 3 to 8 bit decoder. In this, we are use a diode in pin number Y3 and pin number Y2. So this 2 pin have output 1. In Y3 we are getting 1 CE or truth table, and in Y0 and Y1 we are getting 0, 0. Same way, in short, what we are done for the outputs, we have to be hide the outputs if is there any diode connected in that output lines of your decoder, then and then that bit will become high. Otherwise, if there is no diode, then your bit will become 0. This type of ROM organization we can done. Now, next we have to see the topic memory interface. This is very interesting topic. How to interface the memory. Before understanding the memory interface, we are studying the memory map. Here one memory map is given. It is memory map of 8-bit processor with 16-bit address line which can access the total 64 kilobytes with the address range of 000H to FFFFH. The memory map for such a processor is shown in a figure. The interfacing of memory chip with microprocessor in system depends on size of memory chip, range of addresses to be used and the total number of memory to be connected. To interface 256 byte of memory, we are use the address range 0000H to 00FFH. The upper 8-bit address line A8 to A15 enables the chip, or we can say that it is chip select pins, while lower 8 bits A0 to A7 lines are used for selection of byte address 00 to 255. Here in a first diagram, figure number A, see that address chip selection pin A8 to A7 are given 0, 0, 0, all are 0. And here one line with end with a bubble, it is given that bubble is nothing but it is the inverted gate. So if it is inverted gate means all the 0 we are given A8 to 15s for chip selection are become 1. So all ones are given to your NAND gate. We are studying the NAND gate. What is the logic of NAND gate? If all inputs are 1, then your output of AND gate is 0. If 0 means it is active low. So the active low signal is given to chip select pin. Your chip is selected for reading and writing purpose. Lower bit address A0 to A7 is provided and this A0 to A7 bits are used for addressing 00H to FFH. For data reading purpose, read from memory and write from memory, we are using read bar active low and write bar active low. It is memory read bar and memory write bar. So this we can address with 0000H to 00FFH. In the second figure, see that 250 bytes RAM. There is only one change in a figure. Your A15 number pin is not ended with a bubble. It is not ended with a bubble means A15 number pin initially we are provided with high signal and that high signal here we are indicate with 1. If it is 1 means it is given directly 1 and another pins A8 to A14s are inputted with 0. Here there are the bubbles. Bubbles means they are inverted gates. So all zeros are converted to 1 and A15 is already 1. So what we are getting that? Your NAND output is active low that we are indicated with blue color 0. If it is active low, now your chip is selected. But your address is changed. Now see that how the address is changed. In A0 to A15 lower order address bus that is used to address 00 to FFH. Your A15 number pin is active initially high and A8 to A14 pins are 000. So we are getting address 80. So we can use this memory interfacing 8000H to 80 80FFFH. Now that interfacing contrast, here we are used for 1 kilobyte memory. In 1 kilobyte memory, we are used one 256 byte ROM memory and 3 256 bytes RAM memory. So the chip selection is required. And for the chip selection function, we are using A8 to A15 pins. In a pins, here it is listed that, see in your second figure, that RAM 1, RAM 2, RAM 3, RAM and ROM. A0 to A7 bits are 0002 FFFH. And your pin number A8 and A9 is used for a selection of memory. Which memory we are going to be select for reading purpose or a writing purpose. A8 and A9, it is given to 2 to 8 4-bit decoder. Our decoder output are 00, 01, 10 and 11. If we are given input A8 and A9 to 00, means your decoder output 00 is selected, and that 00 is select RAM 1 memory. Another memories are not selected at that time. So we are select RAM 1 for microprocessor read write operation. Same way, if you are considering that your input A8 and A9 are 1, 1. If both input are 1, then 2 to 4-bit decoder outputs are 1, 1. So our ROM memory is select for a reading purpose. That's the way to select a memory location using decoder and address line. And this we are known as a memory interface. Thank you, students.